In this lecture, we are going to cover database system. So we are taking these two terms as database system and database management system. Sometimes students get confused between the database system and the DBMS, but they are very similar but different terms. So starting with the lecture, database system comprises of end users or any type of user, means every system is having some of the users, and all the users are interacting with the DBMS through database application programs. Okay, so these application programs are the program that acts as an interface between the end users and the DBMS. So these application programs examples are like Facebook application, WhatsApp application, banking applications. So if any user wants to make any changes to the database server, or suppose to the Facebook server, to the bank server, if we want to execute any transaction, then we cannot directly make transaction to the bank server. Okay, bank's DBMS system, we have to log into the application program or the application of bank, and then on behalf of user, this application program will send the request to the DBMS, and then DBMS will interact with the database system on behalf of user, and then the processing is done or the transaction is processed. Okay, so for example, if we want to change our password for any banking application, then end user, it will open the bank application and log in with the username and password. Then then the user will raise a request for the changing the password, and the request, or for that particular request, application program is shooting some of the SQL query. So the queries are included in the application program, means we cannot directly contact DBMS or we cannot directly edit the table. For that we need to run queries, and every query is having specific format and the structure. So all these application program are having the queries according to the requirement. So suppose we want to change the password, the same query is executed by the application program, and through that query the request goes to the DBMS, and DBMS will uh, process the query from the application program, and according to that DBMS can check whatever updation is required or any transaction need to be executed. The DBMS will understand only the query language. Okay, so the query is processed, and accordingly DBMS will execute the program to access the database. If the password is need to be changed, then after shooting the query from the application program, DBMS will process the query, and after that the query will change, means a update command is run and the database is updated for that particular user. So this is the hierarchy, or this is the flow of control, how the things are done. Or some of the user can directly access the DBMS system. For example, the admin or administrator for any database, for any application, can access the DBMS directly. They need not to access the DBMS through any of the application program. For example, the administrator or the of the WhatsApp, administrator of any bank application or any other application, can directly access the DBMS through their login credentials. Okay, so they are, because they are responsible for structuring the DBMS, for defining the constraint of DBMS. All these structure designing is done by the administrator directly with the help of DBMS system. So they are the user that can access the DBMS directly, and the DBMS on behalf of all the users are accessing the database system. Okay, next we can have other type of database DBMS in the organization also. So all other DBMS system can also interact with each other for the query processing and the handling of updations of database. So this complete structure is forming the database system. So we can say that user, application, program, database, a software that is DBMS is this complete system is a database system. And we can see that DBMS is acting as a bridge between all other applications, end users, and other DBMS systems and the database. So here is a bridge. Through that bridge, all DBMS, end user, and application program can access the database and can perform the required transactions, required updations. Coming to the formal definition, from the book point of view, we have the components of database system are, there are 4 components of the database. First is data. Obviously, we need data that need to be stored or that need to be processed or analyzed for generating the reports. So data is the first thing that we require for every database system. And next thing is hardware. Third requirement is a software, that is DBMS. And fourth requirement is users, that users are going to manage other 3 components of the database system. So this is the diagram for the database system taken from the Navathe book. So you can refer this diagram for exams. Here we have users and programmers. Users and programmer are using the applications. As we discussed in the last slide, users are using the application, and this interface between the user and the application program is known as the application program interface or APIs. Okay, you must have heard the term API. So this interface is API interface between user and programmer and the application program. Okay, so the after user raises a query, the query goes as input to the application program. Okay, so suppose I click on particular button, that button goes as input to the application program, and application program is having the any of the query related to that button pressed or related to that request raised by the user or the programmer. So on behalf of user, that application identify the required query to be executed at the DBMS software. Okay, then application program shoot that query, and DBMS software is responsible for processing of that particular query. Okay, and after query, DBMS will check what the query wants to perform, means whether it want to update any record in the database, whether it want to retrieve any record from the database or delete any record from the database. So everything is just over here by the DBMS software. And after that, according to the requirement, the software, the DBMS software will access the data from the stored database. So DBMS is accessing the database based on the query raised by the user through application program, that is through application program interface. So this is the complete diagram for the database system. Here, the DBMS is the main entity that is acting as a bridge between the users, application programs, and the stored database. Here, this is a metadata. So metadata is stored database definitions. So all the data about a stored database, about the tables, is known as the metadata, or we can say that data about data. So metadata is storing information about the stored database, like structure of the database, name of the tables, and number of fields of the table, names of the columns of the attributes of the table. So all this information or information regarding the database is maintained in a catalog, and that catalog is known as a metadata. Okay, we are let's take the details for these components. As first component is data. So data is known as the raw fact which is used in computer's memory and used by the user. Data are the raw facts that have implicit meanings. Okay, and the collection of related data is known as a database. And we build the database because of some specific purpose. Okay, next, Data may be of different types. For example, first one is user data. User data is the actual data that representing the records that we want to store in the database. So user data is consisting of tables of data called the relation. So tables are also known as relations, and columns are known as the attributes, rows are known as the records. So please you must note down these terms, because in interviews or in exam you are going to face this type of questions only. What are records, what are tuples, what are relations? Okay, so you must know these terms. So user data consists of tables of data. Tables are known as relations, and tables are having columns. Okay, columns are also known as fields of the attributes, and rows are called the records. So all the columns are having entries or having specific fields, and combination of fields is forming records. Okay, so this we have covered in the first lecture. Next, a relation must be structured properly. This means that according to the requirement of project, requirement of the organization or the system, we need to structure the tables or the files, attributes of the file and the records of the file, constraints of the file. Tables should be maintained properly, because this is going to affect all other things. This is the basic input for the database system. Okay. Next type of data is metadata. That is, we have already covered the description of the structure of the database. Means whatever we are storing in the form of tables, and the description of that table means what type of data is going to store, what is the data type of the data, and what is the size of the data. So all this information is representing the metadata. So we can say that description of the structure of the database is known as metadata. It basically means data about data. So we are storing some data, and the information about the stored data is metadata. System tables store the metadata, which includes number of tables, table names, number of fields. Fields here means attributes and the field names. Next is the primary key fields, etc. So all these information fields are representing the metadata for a database. And next type of data is application metadata. It stores the structure and format of queries and reports and other application components. Means every application is having specific requirements. Means for every application we have certain structure for the queries, certain structures for the reports. Means we cannot generate all types of report from an application. So we have a particular format or particular requirement as per the application that represent the application metadata. Okay, for example, for banking application, we might be needing the last and transaction between two dates, means transaction starting with this date to this date, and like this. So every report is having a particular structure based on the user's requirement, based on the application. So application metadata is representing that particular format of queries, reports, and other application components. Next component of the database system is hardware. Hardware basically represent the secondary storage devices such as magnetic tape, hard disk, floppy disk, etc., where the data is stored together using the input output devices. Okay, and this storing and retrieving of data in a fast and efficient manner with the help of main memory also. Okay, so main memory is also a hardware that is helping for the fast and efficient retrieval of the data from the database from the hardware device. So this is all the hardware devices included or having a particular role in this database storage. So these comprises of hardware component. Next is the software. Software is basically the DBMS, which act as a bridge between the user, applications, and other DBMS system with the database. Okay, so this software is a set of programs for efficient retrieval, insertion, updations of the data from the database. So this is representing the actual process. How the actual processing can be done is managed by the software. How the storage can be done is also managed by the software. Okay, so and for performing these operations such as insertion, deletion, updation, we can either use a query language like SQL, QL, SQL base, or we can also use application software such as Visual Basic, developers, etc. So we can use query language. For example, we can use SQL, SQL base, and these queries are mostly written in application programs. Okay, for any updation, insertion, deletion, retrieval, we write SQL queries or SQL server queries in the application programs, and then application program is interacting with the DBMS to for the execution of these queries. Okay, or we can directly use the application software, or we can directly open the, like for we have discussed for the administrator, they can directly open the DBMS software and they can directly access the database from the application software. Okay, so both approaches are okay, and depend on the particular user, because end users, standalone users cannot use the database application. They are only relying on the application programs, application softwares like WhatsApp, Facebook, banking applications and other applications. Okay, and last component is users. Here the users are the persons who need the information from the database to carry out their primary business responsibilities, that is personnel, staff, clerical, manager, executives. So all these are the example of users. On the basis of job and requirement made by them, they are provided access to the database. Means every user is having some access to the database, whether it's total access, complete access, or a partial access. Okay, so we can also provide view to the particular user for a part or portion of the database. Okay, so the various types of users which can access the database are database administrator or DBA. Next is database designers. Third type of users are end users, and fourth type of users are application programmers. Okay, DBA, database administrator, is responsible for the designing, structuring, security and constraint of the database. Means everything is managed, or responsibility of the complete database is to the DBA. In many companies, DBA is a very renowned post, and DBA is responsible for the complete database. For any flaw or any problem, only DBA is contacted. Okay, next is database designer. Database designer can be the part of DBA team, and means they work under the DBA for designing of the database. Okay, next are the end users, like standalone user who use the database through some application programs, and application programmers uh, uh, are the software developers. They are those who are developing some software or some software applications and writing the queries within their application program, like the queries to change the password of user, querying to withdraw some money from the bank account or transfer some money to another's bank account. So these type of queries are included in the application program by the application programmers. Okay, so summarizing the lecture, we can say that database system comprises of data, hardware, software, that is DBMS, this is DBMS, and the users. So this complete package is a database system or DBS. In next lecture, we are going to discuss some of the example DBM databases. Secondly, in further lectures, we are also having the detail of the type of users for DBAs and end users and the application programmers, etc. So, thank you for now.